Hello students, welcome to the lab section of chapter 2. In this video tutorial, I'm going to explain. There are actually totally around 18 exercises that we are going to do to brush up your basic Python skill. Okay, so what I'm planning to do is I will just explain the code. You don't need much explanation for the next two chapters. When we start NumPy, we will have the detailed lab session. But I will explain the code and then run it, and then I will separately do it from scratch so that you can follow with me and complete the task. So these 18 exercises, you had to do it along with me following this video tutorial and submit this Jupyter notebook file with the PDF. Okay, separate Jupyter notebook file, and also you have to, if you right click and print, you can just save this as a PDF. Okay, so you have to submit the Jupyter notebook file and the PDF with the cell that like this. You can see all the cell needs to be, you have to execute all the cells with the result. You have to create a PDF and submit the PDF. So this lab exercise for chapter 2 should have this Jupyter notebook with 18 exercises along with the PDF with the of the results. Okay, so here's the tip before you start doing the lab exercise, before you watch the recording. I have uploaded how to use the Jupyter notebook in my video. Please watch it and be familiar with the Jupyter notebook, and then you can just create a new file, Python file in the Jupyter notebook and do it along with me. You can pass the video and then type it and do it along with me. Okay, I'm not going to post the PDF of the Jupyter notebook file. Okay, I'm not going to post the PDF because you have to watch the video recording and do it along. Doing it is important. That's the reason I'm going to post the videos and you have to follow the video and do it along with me and send me the PDF. Okay, so let's get started. So the first exercise is a hello world, just printing practice. Okay, so let me tell you how to create a notebook file, even though everything will be there in the video tutorial that I have referred. You have to, if you go to the your home folder, click new and click Python 3. Okay, that will create a new Jupyter notebook file. So you have to just rename it. Okay, so whatever name you want to give, you can just name it as lab2, whatever, and then save it. Okay, so that will help you to create a new lab, that is new Python file, okay, in the Jupyter notebook. Just have it with you. So I'm going to explain each task one by one. The first task, we're just going to print. We're going to see how the printing in Jupyter notebook works. In case if it is new to you, please be started with everything. You have to submit all the 18 exercises. Okay, so let's start with the print. How can we do the printing? Print parenthesis hello world. Let's start the exercise with the traditional hello world program. Okay, so that will print out the code. Let's do some more thing with the input function. You know what the input function will do. It will get the input, but the output of the input function will be always string, right? So what is your name? That will just get the input and save it in the variable name, right? And then we are just going to do the string concatenation saying welcome name, the variable. What is the variable? Name is the variable, right? So what is the name? Let's try. So welcome, Ina. Okay, so that is string concatenation. We have practiced string concatenation here, how the input works here, and printing. Okay, all those things. This is an exercise. This is exercise 1. This exercise will just make you be familiar how to use the Jupyter notebook. Okay, not about Python, but how to use Jupyter notebook. Okay, let's move on to the second exercise. Okay, so I hope you can just pass the video and type it and get it done. Okay, and then I'm moving on to the second exercise, type conversion. Okay, so this exercise is going to focus type conversion. We have discussed about type conversion here, right? So let's do some exercise on type conversion now. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it through a problem. Okay, so I'm just going to get a weight in pound and I'm going to type the weight. Sorry, I'm going to print the weight along with the data type. And then I'm going to convert that weight into kg and then print it. And then here, I'm just doing the type conversion. Okay, type will be converted from float to string here. Okay, so I'll explain the code once again. Here, I'm getting the input. Let me run it first. What is your weight? Let's say 130 pound. Here, it says what is the type of the input, and then it gets converted and the type of the string. Okay, all those stuff. So I'll explain the code. Here we are just getting the enter value. This 130 is stored here in the weight LB variable. And then here we are just printing out the type of the LB, which is actually string. As I told you before, the output of the input function is always string. We can double check it here if it's string. Now what we are doing here, before applying that LB, because since this 130 is string here, we have to convert it into floating point to work on that. Okay, so here we are just converting that string to float by calling the float function and passing this variable here. So the string will be converted to float. Now this has 130 as an integer. Okay, now we are just doing the multiplication. This is the conversion of LB to kg, pound to kg. And then the value will be saved in this variable kg. And then here we are printing out the value, which is here, getting printed 58.89. And here we are just printing out the type of this kg. Since we are floating point and floating point, since this result is floating point, it says that it is of type float. And then here we are doing conversion again. We're just converting that weight kg from float to string by using the string function. Now this weight variable is string. We can double check it here. Type of weight is string here. Okay, so it just prints this, but it is actually a string, not a float. Okay, so that is what it does here. Okay, this exercise 2 is for type conversion. So we can do it. So just to give you some time, even though I explained the code, I will do it for you so that you can do it along with me. Okay. Weight LB, we are just getting the weight, and then we are just printing the type of. Okay. So if you print the tab, but as I told you in the previous tutorial, just press tab button. That will show you the available variable. So you can just select it from the drop down menu. And then next, I'm just going to create a variable to do the conversion, to convert the pound to weight. We have to multiply it by 0.453, and then the floating point conversion of the variable LB. Again, I'm just going to select it from here. Okay, this will do the conversion, and then I'm just going to print here. Let's see, tab button, and then I'm going to print the weight, and then also the type of the weight. So tab button, just type of the weight. Okay. Next, I'm just going to convert the weight kg. So passing the string function, and then tab, and then weight kg, that will get converted to string, and then print. Okay, type of weight. So tab weight. Oh, I didn't. Let's run it once again. 135. Okay, so this is the second exercise. Let's move on to the third exercise. You can pass the video and complete the task. Okay, so you have to just give the title like that. If you want to do how to, if you want to know how to do that title, if you go to this, it should be there in the tutorial, but however, I will just try. Okay, so if you do one heading, it will be the big heading. So exercise 3, for example, if you say exercise 3, click markdown and run, it will be big. Okay, it is like a heading 1 in HTML, but we have to can just do the heading 4, size heading 4, and then type. Okay, so this is exercise 3. So you have to first give the title for each exercise like this. Okay, don't forget to give the number exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3 like that, like I show here. Okay, so in the lab practice, I'm not doing it, but you have to give the exercise number to make sure that you have done all the 18 exercises. So let's move on to the next exercise, that is about string indexing. Okay, so Python has most of the functions mutable functions, but string and tuple both are immutable functions. That means you cannot change the value, but you can access the index, you can access the value, but you cannot change the value. Okay, so as we have mentioned before, Python has a flexible string handling operations. Okay, comparing to the other languages, it has a flexible, powerful built-in string processing capabilities. So let's look at few of those capabilities. Here we are just creating a hello world function, how to access string accessing. Okay, so when you say the double colon, simply it will just print out everything in the string. 0 indexing, 1 indexing, -1 indexing. Okay, -1 means in Python you can access the last value by using -1 indexing. -2 means the letter before the last letter. Okay, and 0, 10, 2 means this one starting from 0. Okay, we'll do one by one. Okay, so we'll do this exercise one by one here. String indexing. So just give the name string indexing. So let's create a variable, text variable, hello world. Okay, let's try to access all those. Print text everything. Okay, you can see it prints everything. Now let's print. I suggest you to do it in the same cell. Okay, the same cell. I suggest you to do everything together in the same cell. Print text 0 indexing, because everything starts with 0 index, except MATLAB. All the languages use 0 indexing. MATLAB uses indexing 1. Okay, so to access the last element, text -1. Already you're familiar with everything. We're just brushing up all these things in one chapter. Okay, so the -2 will fetch L here. As you see, the -2 will fetch the L here. And then let's do this. How about this? Colon -1. What it would do? It will just exclude the last element and fetch everything. So except D, it prints everything. Okay. So let's do the same thing now. With -2, so what do you think? L and D, both letters will be deleted. Okay, will be deleted from the list. Okay, now let's do one more thing. Here -1, and here let's say 0, 10, 2. Let's see. You can see height E is missed. L is there and another L will be missed. And O is there, W. So it seems like it just prints every other letter. Okay, H and then yeah, E will be left, L, and then another E, L will not be taken, and then O will be taken. Like that, it just print the every other letter. Okay. So if you want to do it in the backwards, you can do that. Okay, here, let's do it in the backwards. That means it starts from 10, and then it goes into 0, and it should be -2. You can see, we just print it in the reverse order, then takes the every other values in the reverse, from the reverse. Okay, so okay, so that's it. We'll do one more exercise. Print text. Just play with the values and be familiar with the concepts. Okay, so what it does, it just print everything. So how about -1 here? What do you think? What will happen? You can see hello world is printed in the reverse order because it picks the values in the reverse order. Okay, so those are about string handling, string indexing. Okay, that is exercise 3. Okay, so do it along with me. So next is going to be exercise 4. Exercise 4. String formatting. So this exercise will make you familiar with formatting strings. So you might have used this formatting braces. Okay, so we are just going to try some of the string formatting facilities to check the immutability character and how to use this braces to replace the values, okay, in the real time. Those kind of stuff we will discuss. Okay, so here we're first I'm just getting 2. Here you can see you can either use single quotation or double quotation to specify the string in Python. It doesn't matter. And here I'm just doing the string concatenation by using the plus symbol. So when the input element is string, the plus symbol will be used to do the string concatenation. And in the second section of this exercise, we are just doing some formatting, string formatting. So first name, last name is there, the second message is there, and here, yeah, single quotation, and then inside the braces, you're just saying the variable first name. And then here, square bracket, last name. Okay, so it's an academic. So here we are just doing the string formatting. Let's run it and see. So you can see the string concatenation works well. First name is replaced, square bracket through string concatenation works. And you can do the same thing by using formatting the string. Here you can see, yeah, inside instead of this, it replaces the value of this variable. And then here, simply you're using the bracket. You don't need to give the string concatenation like this. You can simply specify. But wherever you see this brace, that the value of the variable will get replaced. Simply, if you use curly brace, the value of the variable will get replaced. That's what you're seeing here. Okay, value of the variable will get replaced. Other things will just display as it is. Okay, and then here, combination of single and double quotation. Okay, so if you use double quotation here, it will get confused. If you need to use like the apostrophe comma as a message, that is string formatting, right? That is escape character. Either you can do this or you can use the backslash. Okay, so that is escaping character. So in Python, it is easy because either you can use single quotation or double quotation. In other languages, the only way to do is you have to use the backspace. Okay, so this is how you can do the string formatting. So you can do the exercise now. Okay, so just get in name and just create a variable and assign the values. Just try formatting both single and double quotation. So then practice the string concatenation thing. Okay, so string concatenation is getting the first variable and then plus symbol. This one is to display it as a string, and then again a variable, display it as a string and display it as a string. Let's try to print it out. We have to, let's print message one. Print it out. Okay, now let's do the string formatting stuff. The same thing we can just do instead of first name Nina, I will change it so that we can differentiate the stuff. Okay, I'm just giving the different first name now. And then now I'm going to do the string formatting, that is the curly brace. So the wherever you see the curly brace, that will be replaced with the value of the variable. Other things will get displayed as it is. Okay. So now I'm printing message 2. Okay. So you can see there are two ways you can just replace the variable with the value. And then using the quotations, all those stuff is pretty much easy here. Or you can use the backspace, that also will work. You use the backspace, that also will work like this. Okay, so that is not a problem. It will work. Okay, so the next exercise is print formatting. We just did the print formatting. So let's move on to the next exercise, string methods. String methods, what are the methods that you can use in string? You might have learned it in the basic Python. Let's do some basic review. So here I'm just creating a string with welcome to Python as a message. And then the len function, what it will do, run it, it will just count how many characters are there and print. And message dot upper will convert that to upper, and lower will convert that string to lower, and find will find the position of the given string inside the parameter and specify the index of that input. And then replace method will help you to replace the string from one to another. Okay. And then here, okay, we will do one by one. Okay. Then I'm just using split function, count function, partition function. Let's do one by one. String method. So let's first create a string. So this is exercise number 5. Okay, I'm just creating a message. Welcome to Python. It's the message that I'm printing. So let's try the len function, len function. And as I told you, you can just press the tab and it will give you the message and then count. Okay. And now I'm going to convert this to upper, right? So I can just use this message as an object. Everything is object in Python, right? So that variable will become the object now. Now we can apply all them. Since this will become the string data type, what you can do, since it is string data type, string is an object here. So all the methods associated with the object can be accessed now. So what are the methods? Tab. You can see all the associated tabs here. So I'm just going to use upper. Okay, here I'm just going to use the upper as a method. It should be the method. Okay, and then run. So you can see everything got changed to upper. And now let's try the same thing with the lower. Okay, I'm just changing tab, lower. Okay, so now everything will get converted to lowercase. And similarly, we can try message dot find. Okay, find method. What find will do? It will find the position of the given parameter. So what is the parameter I want to try? Where is the TO, the 2? Okay, if I type, so you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the position of the T. That just gives the indexing of the first position. Now let's try replace. Okay, now it will convert end of the, okay, I have to use, I missed the parameter here, parenthesis here. Okay, why doesn't say it should work? Welcome. Okay, I have to print the message. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so now it says welcome to Machine Learning. Okay, next, how it print welcome in message. Okay, so it just what it does, it just see it's the Boolean result, whether it is there or not. Okay, whether this welcome is there in the message or not. If it is there, it will say true, or else it will say false. Okay, just it will just give the Boolean value. Okay, now let's try this title function. See what it does. It will just title only will get changed to uppercase. Okay, like on every the first word, the letter of the first word will get converted to uppercase, and then split by blank. Okay, split function, you might be familiar with the split function. Let's do a review on that. The split function, we can pass any delimiter here. If you're not passing a delimiter, it will take the space as a delimiter and just split the words into a list element and create a list. You can see each delimiter is the space. So each word with space will be converted to list element and it will create a list. Okay, and then let's see how the count function will work. Okay, message dot count. Let's count how many O's are there. You can see there are 3 O's. Okay. Okay, so wherever there is another function, this is called partition function. Tab, partition. You can see this tab. If you press the tab and type P, you can see the partition function. And then here I'm going to give O and see what happens. Wherever the O is there, it just do the partition here. Okay, welcome. First O, it does do the partition here. Okay, the O and then again the separate. It's not that useful function, but you can see there are a lot of built-in methods are there in terms of string handling. Okay, so the next one, expand tabs. So what this will do, 1 minute. So this tab, expand tab is equivalent to this backslash T. It will just create the space. It will just create a space between the given values. Okay. So the next one, this center method, what it will do, it will just create the number of the first parameters. The first parameter, if you give 30, it will just create space, 30 spaces and replace that space. If you can even replace this space with the asterisk. Okay. You see, it doesn't have anything, but if you want to replace it with hash, then you can replace it with hash. Okay. So that is centering method. So these are all methods that it should be there under exercise 5. Okay. So that's all our string methods. So next, exercise 6. Check method. There are various methods in Python that will help you to check the stuff, like whether it is true or not. Okay, always the check, these are called check methods. So it will just check the condition for you. Always the result output will be true or false, Boolean value. Okay, so in your exercise, continue the exercise, and this is exercise number 6. So this is check methods. You can just give the name as check method, as I told you here, as I given here. Check method is the title. Okay, what we are going to do, this one, whether it is alpha number, whether this one will just say whether it is alphanumeric character. Okay, alphanumeric character. all the characters in message are alphanumeric, okay, but it has space as well, so it says false. Alpha, if it has the alphabetic character, whether it is there or not, says false. Whether it has a lower character, is lower will return true if all cased characters are lowercase, okay. So no, not all are lower. Space is there or not. Should be true. False to everything. Okay, so yeah, so it does not have, if you want to check whether it has alphanumeric, let's try it here. So first, let's see, let's create a word, message, a string. And then whether it sees all the characters are alphanumeric character, whether it should say false because it has the special characters as well. Next, we are going to say whether it has alphabetic. All the characters are alphabetic. So that it is going to say because no, it is not all alphabetic. But whether if everything is lower, for that we are checking is lower. No, it is not. Is lower. Whether it is has only space. No, it has space and character. And then let's see whether it has title. Title means the first okay, let's change the title to uppercase. And let's see the title is true. Okay. So the first letter of each, first character of each word is true. Okay. So that is true. Okay, like that you can just check all these things, whether it ends with D. Or it says, yeah, it ends with D. Okay. So these kind of check methods are there. Okay, give a try on all these methods. Okay. You don't need to use the same string, just try some other string. Next, we are moving on to math functions. Okay, what are the popular math methods that we can use from math library? Okay, so let's try one by one. So this is exercise 7. Exercise 7. So first let's import math library. Okay, and then let's insert some value, 3.6, and we can, so let's try print math dot library dot, we can use any functions. Let's say seal function, that will give you the upper value, and similarly you can try the lower value. So I'm just going to do the copy and paste. So here dot tab, you can try tab and then the pick floor. The tab function will give you all the available. I didn't pass. Okay, so seal function will give you 3, 4 because seal will give the highest next integer. This one floor will give the lowest one. Okay, let me give another minus 1.5. Okay, let's do one more thing. Copy sign function, what it will do. That's a function called copy sign function. So what it will do, it will copy the sign of B into A. So the sign of B is minus 1.5. So that will be copied, and now A value is minus 3.6. That is copy sign function. So now let's create absolute value. What is this absolute value? For that, we will use f abs function. The absolute will convert the negative to positive. Positive, if it is positive, it will be only positive. If it is negative, it will give positive value. And then factorial. Okay, so factorial of 1000 gives this. Okay, factorial method, which is also you can call from math library. And then f mod is a function that will help you. Okay, let's try what f mod function will do. Dot f mod function. So f mod of modulus AB. Modulus of B. Percentage when working with float. Okay, so actually it just gives the modulus value along with the what to say, how many percentage, how many digits that you want to display. Okay, so for that you can use the f mod function, and let's try this flex function called f summation. So what it will do? The summation value, f summation value, and even you can use the GCD. You can try the math library to find the GCD of the numbers. Let's try math dot GCD, and what is the available GCD? The value is 3. Okay. Similarly, you can use it for logarithmic functions. Let's see. Math dot log 100. What will be the value? 2. Log of 100 is 4 point. And let's say print math dot log 2 of 100. It should be 10. Let's try math dot power. You might have used it often. 10,4. 10,000. Okay. So those are some popular math functions. Okay. This is exercise number 7. Just try. It doesn't need to be only this. You can just explore the. I have shared the link in the code lecture tutorial code. Just explore other math functions and be familiar with all the functions. This is just, we are just refreshing all the things that you have learned. Okay, just be familiar. And then we are going to try some exercise in the random library. So let's summarize up the methods that we have used before in the random library. Sorry, range function, in the range function, using the range function. Okay, so the range of 5, what it will give? It will not give any value. For that, you have to create a list. Okay, simply not print out any value. You have to put it in the list. Then only you can see what is there. Okay, so if you put it in the list, then you can find. And with 2 intervals, if you want to do it with 2 intervals between 2 values, you can use and 2 with 2 intervals. That will give you 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, and then sum of, if you want to, let's see sum of, let's combine the summation thing with the range. Okay, so you want to do the summation of odd numbers. Okay, odd sum. How to do that? Okay, let's call the sum function, which is built-in function. You don't need the math library for that. And range function is also built-in function. So we want to do the summation between the values to 100 with 2. Okay, we have to print it. Okay, the value will be 2005. How can you do the even number? The same thing, how can you do the even summation? Very simple, start it with 0. that will give you the even number summation. Okay, so that is range function. Now let's do some arithmetic operation. Okay, so exercise number 9. So let's create some values. Okay, and if I just want you to try all the possible print options, all the arithmetic operations. Okay, a plus b, a minus b, give a try and be familiar with what this a single division will do and what the double division. But double division will give you the integer value only. And similarly, what the remainder, how can you get the remainder? For that, you have to use a modulus 4. That will give remainder value. Okay, so operator precedence. You want to try the operator's precedence? PEMDAS is the rule. You have to apply the rules PEMDAS. Parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, based on the PEMDAS rule, it will take the order of precedence. Okay, let's try C. Okay, C value will be 25. Okay, so that is exercise number 9, which is arithmetic operations. So next, exercise number 10, which is conditional statements. Okay, so I have explained in the video tutorial. We just did all the things with the conditional statement, loop statements, break, continue. So we'll do some exercise for each case. Okay, so exercise number 10 is going to be conditional statement. Okay, so let me explain the code here. What I have done, I have written a code just to check. The purpose of this is simply check how if-else code work, if-else syntax. Okay, so I'm just creating two variables with the Boolean values, and I'm just combining the logical operation here. Okay, and if good income and not criminal record, eligible for loan. If it is true, this. If it is not true, then you print this. Okay, so it will just see whether it is true or false. If it should be false, and also it should be true. So in that case, it will be printed. Okay, not criminal record. It should be that, then only it will get printed. Okay, so let's try this. It's going to be exercise number 10. Okay, loan eligibility with Boolean value. Good income, yes. Criminal record, false in the sense there is criminal record. Okay, sorry, criminal record, false. There is no criminal record. So let's create a condition for this. If good income, you can just pick a variable in tab by using tab, and not, it should be true, right? So it should not good income and not criminal record. Tab CRI. In that case, colon, that is the case, you can say, so that means it should be false. Okay, in that case, eligible. Okay, if not, else not eligible. Tab indentation, when not eligible. Okay, conditional. You don't need to spend much time on that. We are just reviewing the all the things that you learned in basics of Python. Okay, next we are doing comparison and conditional operation together. Just getting a character string and validating the comparison operator based on the length function. What is the length? If it is less than 5, too short, greater than 50, too long, else it will be too okay. Okay, so I hope you can understand this. So okay, so let's give a try on this. It's exercise number 11. Exercise number 11. So just use the input function to enter your name. Okay. And then here we are just giving the combination of if and the else function to check if length name is less than 5. If it is the case, it will be too short. Okay. Just copy and paste the code. If none of the case is true, it will be right. So something got interrupted. Let me run it again. So something like this happened. Just click restart. Okay. So I'm just printing, let's say names to sort. Okay, it's the combination of elif operation. So let's move on to the next thing, multiple conditional statement. So inside the if, you're giving another if. Okay, so this is another function. Exercise. This is, I think this is exercise number 12. Okay, this is number 10. This is 11. It is confusing. It's number 12. Multiple conditional statement. Here I'm just getting the name and length of the name. If the length is less than 10 and the type is string, it says my name or else not name. Would have kind of just look at how multiple if else condition works. Okay. Some other condition to test it. You can leave this exercise. We have already done. Right? Okay, or you can try it. Okay. Okay, let's move on to for loop. It's okay if you leave this. This is optional exercise. You can just pass this video and do it, or else we can move on to next exercise for looping. Okay, so that is going to be exercise number 13 or 12 if you leave it. Okay, so for loop. Okay, let's try some for exercise using for loop. Let's create a string temporary variable. So we are just going to iterate through the string. Okay, using for loop. So if you say print item, then what do you think? It will just print the item one by one, iterating through the loop automatically. Okay, because by default in Python, everything will be taken as object, and this one will be considered as a temporary list. Okay, string will be considered as the list of elements. Okay, so let's say I win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's try print a valid syntax because I didn't give the colon here. Oh, I missed the tab. Okay. So then let's combine let's do a short, let's do something with the range function. Okay. Print a in range. Let's say starting letter 2, ending letter 2, and the interval is 2. And then print a. sorry, for. Okay. 2468. Okay, so let's do some other operation. Let's create a list, list elements. Okay, list, and then let's create a variable. Let's create a shopping kind of problem for price. In prices, we'll iterate through that. And the total, this is compound assignment operator. The purpose of this one is to become familiar with the compound assignment price. So what will happen? Let's do some string formatting here. Yeah, quotation, total, and here replace the total value. End of the string later, total. Here you have to give the end of the string. Okay, total value will be 60. It will take 1 by 110 plus 20, 30, and then 30 plus 30, 60. So this is exercise number 12 that to practice for looping. And next we are going to do something with the break statement. Okay, so here we are creating a string. We are iterating through this string and we are passing some value. The value matches n, then stop it. Okay, break means it will just completely stop the value, stop the iteration, and it will just end the loop as it is. Okay, and then you can see it was iterates and see m e. Okay, it prints until e, but when it finds the value, when n is assigned with the temporary indexing, then it will stop the loop because it is with break. Okay, so that is going to be exercise number 13 or 14. Okay, so break statement for a in string. Please use different string. You can just give your name or whatever. If a equal to give any value, whatever string that you have passed, then we are using break and then print that value. For that, you have to come out of this indentation so that it can print whatever is there in the A. And then finally, come out of that and print the end. To run this, you can see it will break wherever it stops, and then it can break. And so here we'll do the same thing with the continue. Okay, instead of print, let's do the continue and see what happens. So when you continue instead of break, it will just skip that in that iteration and do that. You can see it will just skip n and then continue to the next iteration and complete it. Okay, so that is the difference between continue and break. Okay, so exercise number 14 and this one is exercise number 15. So insert cell above. Be familiar with all these shorthands. Okay, exercise number 15. Mark down, run. Okay. So the next exercise is going to be multiple for loops. Let's do multiple for loops. Means 2 dimensions for handling matrix, being familiar with all this double indexing, double looping will be helpful. I value that ranges from 0 to 4 and the j value inner loop stand between 0 to 3. Okay, so the outer loop, this one is the outer loop that goes until 3. So the column value goes until 3 and the row value goes until 2. Okay, so let's try this. Multiple looping for I in range 4. For I in range 3. Okay, print both I and j. See, sorry, j. Multiple loop handling. So the last one, exercise number 17 is going to be 16, I think 16 going to be while loop. Okay, so while loop, you will initiate the value, give the condition, and iteration will be given here. So we are just going to print the pyramid of symbols using while loop. Starting with I value 1, while I value is less than or equal to 10, when that is the case, asterisk multiplication of I. So initially the I value will be 1. So it will print it one time. Okay, then I value will be incremented to 2. So now the I value is 2, which is a condition is still less than 10. So it just print it 2 times because I value is 2. Like that, in each iteration, it will just increment the I value, and that many times it will just print the symbols. And then when the value is 10, it will stop the looping and everything will be done. It will just say done, and it will close the loop. Okay, let me say with the I value 5 or 6. So let's see, when it is 6, then it will just print it for 6 times and then done. Okay, so I think it has exercise number 15, 16, 17. 17 exercises are there. Okay, so at least 17, 18 should have, your submission should have these 17 problems that we have discussed so far. Okay. When you submit this, you have to submit the Jupyter notebook file. So if you save this in your location, you can find the location in your folder. Okay, you can find the location, and you have to submit the Jupyter notebook file, which will be like this, IPINB. Okay, it will be like Jupyter notebook file. Okay, you have to upload this Jupyter notebook file, and also you have to take a screenshot. You cannot take the screenshot because you should submit the PDF of the file. If you give print, right click, print, save as PDF, and just save that as lab2. Okay, so just make sure that you have run all the functions. So when you submit this PDF, I should be able to scroll down the PDF file and should be able to see all the cells. That works perfectly. Okay, so you have to submit. Without, if you're not going to submit the PDF, then I will not be able to grade it, because for each cell I have to run for each of you to make sure it works. Okay, so you need to submit the PDF of the file along with the Jupyter notebook file for both lab and homework. Okay. Okay, see you in the next video tutorial on chapter 3 lecture. Okay, so please follow along. Feel free to pass the video and do the exercise. Okay, and then submit the lab. Your homework assignment is, I will just post the instructions on what is going to be your homework for chapter 2. Okay, in the folio. See you in the next video. Thank you.